YouTube, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about my grammar school entrance exam experiences, also known as 11+. The process has been very stressful for me, but I know there are some people who passed without any preparation, but those are only 2 or 3 genius people. So I'd say personally I have a very unique schooling history, so mine is quite different from other people. So I thought it'd be interesting to share my experiences. You can take a lot of entrance exams. Not all of them are for academic ability. Some of them are for music, sometimes for art, or sometimes for linguistic ability. So I'm not religious, so I can't go to any religious schools. And it's a pity that all the schools that are good are often religious. So the only way I could get into a good secondary school was to go through the process. Also, I like my neighbours, so I didn't want to move. As I said before, I had a very unique education, so I wasn't sure who I was up to par with. I started to do my entrance exams very early. The first one I did was in February of year 5. It was a music aptitude test. I'm very musical and I do take dance classes, and acting is my strongest discipline. However, I'm also a bit linguistic. You can find out about my language experiences right over here. I had very little time to study since I missed quite a lot of days in year 5. I will talk about the reason in another video. Some of the aptitude and academic tests were actually quite interesting, so I did have fun with some of them. Some aptitude tests you also can train for. You go to special cram schools that will teach you how to answer the questions well. Also, for some other aptitude tests, you have to prepare a piece that you will show to the judges on the day of their audition. I would say the hardest thing was the preparation for the academic tests. It was less of how naturally smart you are and more of how accurately you can answer questions quickly. If you are not trained to answer questions this way, even if you are smart, you might struggle during the test. Some grammar schools change their types of tests very often, so you should always check out what type of test they're going to use in the year you're taking it. The odds of getting into a school where there is a selective process is very slim. There are about 2,000 people sometimes going for 100 to 150 places. On the day of the test, it is very much depending on luck what kind of questions you get. You might get some questions that are very familiar to you, or some that are completely new. Looking back at it, I realized how much luck was involved in the tests. Also, factors such as nerves and a good night's sleep does affect your grade. So make sure to have a good night's sleep. Also, the day of the actual exam is quite hectic. There are sometimes long queues in front of the school, and especially when it rains, sometimes they won't let you take your umbrella. So be careful. The best advice I can give you is try as many tests as possible. It's important to think about the place you want to be for the next 5 to 7 years. Do you do well under pressure, and are you good at making sure you can learn everything for the end of the year? All the teachers will have quite high expectations, and everyone around you will also be very academic. If you do like being in places like that, then a grammar school is definitely for you. But it is also important to have a fallback school that you are equally happy to go to. There is a lot of information that you can learn about on the internet about these schools, and also people who have already done it, or people in the older years that have done it, such as people in year 7. Or year 8, or year 9, or year 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, oh wait, there is no year 11. Cut. A lot of my friends attended 11+ cram schools, and I know that people do spend a fortune on them. Also, tutoring is very well known to get you into 11+. I did have one very special English teacher, and I also did practice with my mum. There are some people who are very fortunate to have enough money to have lots of tutors. Also, there are people who have teachers that know the syllabuses inside and out, so they are very lucky to have them, and they are determined to get their students into good schools. Knowing what your heart really wants is the key to success. Also, hard work. I sat 4 grammar school exams and I passed 2, but I did not apply to them since I had a very good fallback school. In the end of the day, if you're meant to get into the school, you will find yourself in there. But if you don't, you might find somewhere else that is more suitable for you. But the most important thing in my opinion is to make sure you have no regrets. You won't want to end up thinking after, oh, I should have studied more, then I would have passed. It will feel really bad and you won't feel good about yourself. Finally, this process will make your academic ability better, and there is nothing to lose by trying it. I'll probably make another video about independent school entrance exams, which are a bit different from grammar school ones. Also, my aptitude test experiences for dance, drama, music and language. I don't do art because I'm bad at it. So thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe and comment down below what other stories you'd like to hear. See you soon. Bye!